I'm lighting the birthday fire for Kaylin. Protect and bless. Protect and bless. Protect and bless. What do the cards have to tell us for Kaylin over the next year? Trying to get logistics here for you. This is your card from the past. Things that may have happened before. That was the Eight of Cups. This is the Justice card. This is the card for your present. And this is the World card. And this is your card for the future. So let's take a look at these. The Eight of Cups. On the card of the Eight of Cups, let's see if we can light this up a little bit better for you. You can see a woman. It feels sad and scary. She's taking her belongings with her. And she's leaving what looks like was bountiful. So she had a lot. She had a lot of looks like wealth. And she chose to leave it. So it's a little sad for her, and it's also a little scary. But it's something she knows she has to do. Also, there's a numerical significance here with the 5 cups and then the 3. So if the number 53 has anything to do with something. And even though it's a sad and scary card, there's hope. This is a hopeful card. It's almost like it almost feels like divorce, like she had to divorce herself from something. It might not be in the traditional form of divorce, like leaving your mate, but it could feel that way, where you know what's best for you, even though you want to stay, but you have to take what you have and you have to move on. So it could have been from any kind of relationship. It could even be divorcing yourself from a job. Now we have the Justice card. And in the Justice card, what we see is a woman who is... The first thing I notice is she's peeking. So she's supposed to be blindfolded. Justice is supposed to be fair. But you can tell that she's not. And isn't that the truth? It's always subjective. It's almost impossible for justice to be objective, even though that's what we wish for. And you see the white cat and the black cat. And the white cat looks like it's winning. It looks like it's winning the argument. The black cat looks more taken aback. I don't know if you can see that. She's in black. She looks like she's in black, a black robe, black silk, like a judge would be. She has a book of the law, and it's in red. This almost makes me feel like this is hypocrisy. That the law, for some reason, even though maybe it in theory was a good law, it doesn't make any sense. Something about the redness of the book and the way that the words are scrawled across it. Perhaps she's not blindly following rules. I think that sums this card up. So somehow, Kaylin, that applies to you. And that's a good thing. Not blindly following rules is obviously a good thing. But if you're stuck in that situation, know if you follow your intuition and what you know is right, you'll come out ahead. Your future. Man, this is a fabulous card to get for future. It's the World card. It's such a happy card. So let's take a look. You've got a beautiful young girl tossing her witch's hat into the air, and it's being carried off in a magical current. Her toes are in the sand and in the surf. Her cat is relaxed. It's sitting next to a drink. She's got bounty. She has a picnic there. In the background, you see a warm and happy household. It's like she's arrived. Like you're heading towards where you're supposed to be, to where your soul's calling is taking you. Okay. So I'm going to pick a spirit animal card for you. Wow, that one just popped out. And this one is seriously loved. Oh, okay. I didn't even have a chance to shuffle this. All right, so you can see that my little helper has disassembled this card, but it is the card of the honeybee. And I'm going to read to you. I'm sorry that you don't have a prettier picture to look at, but I can easily look this up for you so you can have an image. And that is so before I read cards intuitively. You are welcome to look up the meaning of these cards. You can, there's usually a generalized meaning for each of those. So your past was the Eight of Cups, your present was the Justice card, and your future was the World. But I do like to read what they have to say about the spirit animal cards. We all know that bees are very industrious and busy, and they get a lot accomplished, but they also are the pollinators. Without bees, they say life could cease to exist. B, earnest, hardworking, democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once, since they're artists at heart. They usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe, and then sting. When you're in balance, you're content, active, and vibrant. When you're out of balance, you're overworked and annoyed. To bring things into balance, you need a mini vacation. Okay, so that is your spirit animal. So look for bees in important times. And I'm going to pull a theme card for you since this is a birthday reading. A theme card for the year. Ow, okay. Or it pulled itself. This is such a creepy looking one, so don't stress out. It's the Knight of Wands. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's find out about the Knight of Wands, because he's kind of shiny and sparkly, but he's very kind of scary looking too. And I know knights are usually not scary. Knights are usually young men, and they're usually somebody that's starting something. So let me look up Knight of Wands for you so that you can New beginnings can be both exciting and frightening. It can be intimidating to start on a new path, but inspiration and passion can help you take that first step. There is nothing more intimidating than starting something completely new and different. The Page of Wands, or Knight of Wands, knows that while he is a tiny bit frightened, he isn't going to let that fear stop him from following the exciting new path that lies before him. If you've been waiting for a sign that it's time for you to follow a new path, this is probably it. The page, or the knight, can also represent someone young and eager in your life. It can represent someone young and eager in your life, perhaps a child whose time has come to fly the nest, or even someone young at heart who's simply ready to embark on a whole new life. Things to consider. The pages are often either those in the need of your help and guidance. So when they say pages, that's the same thing as knights. The knights are often either those in need of your help and guidance, or they can help you along your path, though not in a powerful of a way as a queen or a king. That doesn't mean that you can't be important, though. The Page of Wands represents eagerness and enthusiasm, and who couldn't use more of that? Perhaps it's just time to look at the paths you might be missing due to fear or hesitation and give yourself the boost you've been waiting for. Okay, skip that one because there is a Knight of Wands. I thought the page and the knight were the same, but I'm going to read this one for you. Okay. Adventure awaits. Passion, excitement, and adventure await if you are brave enough to move forward despite the risks. The Knight of Wands is always ready for adventure. He's eager and inquisitive, forceful and brave, cheerful in the face of adversity. In short, he is a great ally to have on your side. On the other hand, there are times when he may be racing into the mouth of a dragon and taking you with him. If the Knight of Wands shows up in your reading, it could be an indication that you have a faithful friend, a family member who is dedicated to your cause, or a man who is willing to face the future at your side. It could also mean that you are letting passion carry you away without thinking. Not that that is always a bad thing. Things to consider. Most of the time, the Knight of Wands shows up in a reading to represent someone else in your life, a son or a young and adventurous friend or lover. If so, his presence is probably a good thing as long as you're not being swept along willy-nilly with his passion. Sometimes the Knight is an indication that it's time for you to take action. No more planning or thinking things through, just move forward in the direction you know you want to go. But be aware that there may be dragons at the end of your journey. That's certainly uplifting. So, I don't think it was an accident that I read to you the Page of Wands. So, and these are both about new beginnings. I will take pictures of these and send them to you so that if you want to read over it, you can. But it sounds like you have good friends that can keep you safe, but you have to be thinking before you do things, and you actually have to do things, even though you know there are dragons out there. And there's always dragons. Okay, well, happy birthday, and blessed be.